Hi everybody, welcome back to LDRS Creative. We're in studio tonight and we're going to have some winter scene crafty fun. Yay! Hi to everybody. I've been reading everybody's names as it's scrolling on. We have, we do the 5-minute timer while we're, we finish setting up, but it's always fun when I get to see all the comments start coming in. So hi to Sandy Yee in Michigan right here, yay. Deanna is here. Hi to Alice in Baghdad, Kentucky. I know that somebody said that it was snowing in near Durango in Colorado. Who else is here? Let's see. Alice is here. Yarlis is here, hi. Patty Redman, who is... what does it say? Oh my gosh, my eyes. Patty is here in Michigan. Beth Brooks is here. Sandy in Minnesota. Ray, is it Ray? R-A-Y-E? From Edmonton, Alberta. Very cool, very cool. That sounds a little bit more chilly than here.
Sounds more cold.
Yes. Phyllis is in Rochester, New York. Angel is here. Hi, Angel. Christina is here from Sacramento, California. Wow, so many new names, too. Thank you, everybody. And Maureen in Newfoundland. Oh, wow. That's a little ways away. That sounds like a place I want to visit. Just the name of it, Newfoundland. I think that just sounds so beautiful. Who is here? Who else is here? Sandy Anderson. It says, Candy, I'm in, how do you say that? Cloquet? I don't know. I'm terrible with that. Kay is in North Carolina, Connie in Tennessee. Oh my God, so many people. Cloquet? All right. So my goodness, my gosh, thank you guys so much. It is so great to see everybody here, new faces, faces we're used to seeing, faces I can't see at all, but I just know you're there. Anyway, we are located in Michigan for everybody who is a newbie. And I was all ready to wear a nice big hefty sweater, because we're working today with Reindeer games and the Christmas stable in a beautiful snowy wintry scene. And wouldn't you believe it's like 72 degrees outside. So there was no way I could put on a big sweater. So we're going to pretend that I am, in my winter garb. Oh, we have somebody else from Michigan. Carol is in St. Joseph, Michigan. All right, we've driven through there before, driven near there anyway. Okay, we're going to get started. So we're going to go ahead, and my producer husband, Misto Hunt Allen, is going to switch the camera. We're going to go to camera 2, and we're going to get started. So today I wanted to play, actually let's go to camera 3 so we can come in a little bit closer. Thank you. What? Okay, so this is Reindeer games. I love this. I think this is my very, very favorite. I always seem to have like a favorite, and I know they're all like my children. I love them all. They're all my favorites, but this one is my real favorite. Reindeer games. I absolutely love all these little reindeer. Let me turn this over so you guys can see just how adorable these little characters are. I love the old-fashioned, whimsical look to these deer. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're still kind of cartoony, but they just have such a beautiful, beautiful presence. I think they're so just gorgeous. And we have all these little elves in here who are like decorating their the reindeer. They're feeding the reindeer. This one's got a carrot here. They've got little bells. They're just kind of marching with some bells and climbing up on the reindeer, and just they're just absolutely the sweetest thing. So if you're not familiar with our stamps, it's not a pocket pals. It is considered a standard size, so we technically have 2 sizes to our stamps. We have the pocket pals, which are itty bitty. This is going to be more of a standard size, but there's still 16 stamps in here. And on the back, we're always going to have a colored image on the back so that you can get a real good idea of what these look like. And it also gives you an idea of how you can color them up. And then, true to form, we have coordinating dies sold separately for those of you that love to die cut your characters out. So there's going to be a die in here for everything except for that little sentiment in there. So that makes it super, super easy. We're also going to be playing with the Christmas stable. I keep looking at this and I keep going, why did I name this Christmas stable? Because technically I don't think it's, of course this one here, these trees are decorated for Christmas, but this could be, it's just a winter stable really. I kind of regret naming it Christmas stable now that I think about it. But anyway, it's designed so that with the, we have the colored image on the back, But with the dies, this large die here will cut out that beautiful stable, and it has a cut right out of the center there, so it cuts the center of that stamped image out. So you can actually place your your reindeer behind it so it looks like they're actually in the stable. But I think this is so, so fun. I love these little trees. They remind me of Alice in Wonderland. They're just kind of billowy and droopy and luscious and gorgeous. I just think they're so, so pretty. So we're going to work with this today, and of course we have the coordinating dies. And then, you know, one of my things when we put out collections, we're always thinking forwards, and we're always thinking, you know, backwards. So it's, you know, the present collection, future collections, and past collections. What can we do with these? Are they going to be compatible, you know, with things that you already have in your stash? So that's one of the reasons why we're very, very careful with the sizing of our images. We do that so that anything you already have in your collection, you can mix and match with things, you know, in the current collection with things that you already have, because, you know, let's face it, you know, this, you know, crafting supplies, they're not, it's not a penny, right? I mean, they cost a little bit of money. So I don't want to see you guys just use something once and then throw it away or set it aside. I want to see you pull it out again and mix and match with the things that you get from current collections. And then we're also always thinking forward and saying, okay, things that we're going to be designing a little bit later on, we're going to be thinking about the sizing of those as well, so that we can always mix and match. Nothing ever gets old. It's just something that is well loved, and we can keep using it. So to that end, we're going to use the Over the Hills die. You guys have seen me use this a lot. I absolutely love this die. It's incredibly versatile. You can use it for, you know, hills of green like this, but I use it a lot for snow, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to use this for a snowy hill. So we're going to go ahead and get moving with this. I have a little bit of something here already started. I am going to do a little bit of coloring for you today. And you know what? I'm going to dump this off camera, because I don't want you to see everything just yet. So, all right, so here's my goodie bag. Well, the stuff I'm going to let you see already. So I'm going to do a little red backer in my card. So my card base is going to be red. And this started out as an 8.5 by 11 sheet. All I did was cut it at 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2, and so now I have a top folding card base that is A2. That means it's 4 1/4 across, and it's going to be 5 1/2 inches tall. And then I have a piece here in white. My white is almost always going to be Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock, 110 pound. I had cut this to A2, and then I trimmed 1/4 inch off of the short and the long side. So it fits in there perfectly, just a little bit of a frame. So that's just kind of like, you know, the work that I did ahead of time. So that's what we have to get going with. I'm going to start doing a little bit of stamping, and we're going to color up some trees. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to work with these trees right here. I'm actually not going to use the stable today. I had this thing in my head where I wanted to do a clean and simple kind of Christmassy card, and I don't want to create, I didn't have it in my head that I wanted to create this elaborate scene with tons of reindeer and you know, and the stable and all kinds of stuff. I wanted to do something that was going to be simple, easier to produce. If I wanted to do a handful of these, I can do that. So this is where we're going to start. So I wanted to use the trees in this set. So this one is really beautiful. It has 4 trees. These are already decorated for Christmas. If you wanted to do a scene that it was not for Christmas and was just for winter, then we have these other 3 trees here as well. So I'm actually going to use those. I'm going to stamp those alongside here. But you can create a whole cluster of trees and just create a beautiful fall or winter scene, depending on how you color these. So this is a set, even though it's called Christmas Stable, this is a set you can actually use year after, or all throughout the year. Because let's face it, I mean, if you live in a place like Michigan, like I do, we have evergreens all the time. So you don't have to color these trees and these little bushes and stuff with snow. You can just color them all green. don't use this one. This one has the little ornaments on it. But really versatile. You can create a woodland scene. If you wanted to do something that was kind of camping-like, you could use, you know, some of the things in here. So you could really stretch this set and make it last all year long. Let me get my Stampendable out because I almost forgot about it. I would have been at a loss. All right, so I've got these all lined up in my stamping platform. I'm going to be coloring with Copic markers today. I'm going to work with my Raven hybrid ink. If you're not familiar with hybrid inks, our inks are hybrids. A hybrid means it's a combination ink, so it has a mixture of properties. It's going to allow you to work with, you can stamp it in color with Copic markers or alcohol markers like I'm doing. You can color with watercolors. You can stamp on glossy surfaces, and you can stamp on fabrics. You know, some of those things you're going to have to heat set it a little bit, but the whole point is that it's kind of your go-to ink. You don't have to reach for, oh, I'm stamping on fabric. What ink do I use? I'm going to use Copics. What ink do I use? You just grab your hybrid inks. And I searched high and low for a beautiful, brilliant, really, really rich black ink, and that's what we have with Raven here. So I'm using my Stampendable, and that's going to help me transfer pressure without putting too much wear on my hand. I happen to have some arthritis in my hands. You guys, many of you have heard me talk about it before. And I needed, oh, see, now this is what happens when you put too many stamps on your plate at one time. You're better off stamping one stamp at a time, because there can be highs and lows and you can miss a little bit, especially when I have that magnet in there. So I'm going to put a little extra pressure here and just see if I can get those little areas. Yep, I'm still missing a couple. So this is where I'm going to have to use the heel of my hand just to press. That wouldn't happen if I had, I'm going to have to remove these other stamps and fix that, because I'm not getting, I must have a low spot on that stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this one up, clean these up, and then we'll fix that. For those of you that are familiar, you know, that join in here on a weekly basis, you know that stuff happens. And I think part of the fun, I think, is in seeing somebody mess up and then seeing how they fix it, and also not panicking if something isn't perfect, you know. So here we go. Let's go ahead and put these away. Bum, bum, bum. Where's this one go? This one goes here. I always put them away when I'm crafting, because that prevents me from losing them. So
Sheila has a question for you.
Yep. Are the comments being seen by Angie and Alan? Yes, they are. I know they were trying something different. Yes, we are seeing your comments, Sheila. There we go. See, now it worked. Fixed it. I just can't read them all as I'm looking down at this. Sheila says, there's another, oh, it was Dieta. Angel, nope, that's for Angel. I'm going to look real quick and see if there's anything I need to, if I need to respond to. Okay. Oops, actually I need that again. I'm putting that away. This is our Extreme Clean. I love this stuff. It really cleans your stamps nicely. When you're working with hybrid inks, they do have a permanent quality about them. So they are going to stain your stamps a little bit, which frankly I don't mind, because it makes it so I can see through. I can see that color, and it helps me to align things better, or easier, especially with my old eyes. Okay, I'm missing that little sheet. How often do we put down that little clear piece of acetate?
Oh, the one I threw away last week.
Did you throw it away this week?
Not this week, but last week I did.
Yeah, I'm missing my little clear piece of acetate. How many times does that happen? Weird. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I do it constantly. And the funny thing is I take it off, and I actually think in my head, I'm going to lay this over here so that I don't lose it. And then it leaves my brain, and 5 minutes later, I can't find the doggone thing.
Maybe you should put a mark on that.
They shouldn't be clear, right?
Yes. Maybe you should put a black mark on the corner of it or something.
Okay. So the Stampendable, for those of you that don't know, the Stampendable, it's super, super lightweight. You can see me tossing this around. There's nothing to it. It's small enough to fit in my little hands. You can grab it outside like this. You can grab it on the handle. It has about 1/4 of an inch of a really dense, nice foam on the bottom. And the whole point of it is to take the pressure off of your hands so you're not giving CPR to everything like this, because my hands can't take that. And it allows you to hold on here or here, like I said, and use even pressure across your stamps so that you get a nice, good image when you're stamping.
And why is it round?
Why is it round? It's a good point, Alan. So why is it round? It's round so that I can grab it from any direction and not worry about it, about how I'm grabbing it or how I'm holding it. It's just much easier. So I prefer a round one. I don't have to fuss with it. It also makes it easier when you're moving it around so you don't catch it on a corner and, you know, have it maybe, you know, flop a little bit. So that's just my preference, but okay. So we're going to go from here. I have some Copic markers. Now, I love blue spruce. And it's my favorite evergreen tree, and or everblue. Would it be everblue? I don't know. It's my favorite. And so I was looking through my Copics, and I thought, boy, I really would like to do something that's kind of blue sprucey. I didn't have anything. I didn't want to do a real strong green. So the closest I could come were these two colors right here. They're blue-green. So it's a BG90 or 90, BG90 and BG93. And that's what I'm going to use. I am going to start, I normally start light to dark, but this time I'm going to start dark to light. And because I want these to look snowy, I'm going to start up underneath the layers like this. So that top part is where the snow is going to hit, right? And it's not going to hit underneath, almost like they create like a little shelf. So they go kind of like this and create a shelf, right? So the snow's not going to get in here, but the snow's going to be on top. So we're going to have that color underneath there. And so that's why I'm starting up underneath and just pulling some color down a little bit. In nature, although it is perfect in many ways, it is not going to create perfectly placed snow everywhere. So don't worry if it doesn't look, you know, uniform or perfect or anything like that. So I'm literally just touching down a tiny little bit. There's no right or wrong to this, but I'm touching down with the tip of my marker, and then as I pull it toward me, I'm lifting up. And that just gives me that little bit of a flick. So I'm just going to go underneath. If you go out of the lines like I just did, don't worry, it's okay. One thing to keep in mind when you're crafting is that it's all hand done. It's all just crafty, right? Again, not perfect. I wouldn't want it to look perfect if it were handmade, because then it would look machine made. That's my thinking. Actually, I'm going to pull this one down a little bit here. There we go. So let's come up into here. I think these are a really quick color, especially if you're doing it so that you want them to look snowy, because you don't have to get color everywhere. And it's also going to be super easy because you don't have to do a lot of blending. There we go. Get a little bit here. Tiny little bit up underneath. Not a whole lot to it. I am going to give this a little bit of color down in here and leave just that edge kind of white. And then we'll come over to this one. I think you're going to be amazed when you see how fast this goes. At least I hope you will. If anybody has any questions, I may not be able to see your questions right now as I'm doing this, but I know I saw that Linnea is on, so she will be able to answer some questions if you have them. So now I'm going to switch to BG90, and I'm just going to come out a tiny little bit just to soften that little edge. So I'm literally starting just where 93 ends and pulling that out just to soften that edge a tiny little bit. I'm not pulling all the way through to the tip of that white area. I just want to soften the edge. Just kind of blends it a little bit, but I don't want to lose the texture, so I'm not going to be making all those circles. I want to keep this kind of festive and cartoony. And you know, it may not be your favorite look. You may want to blend it in a little bit more, and that is completely up to you, however you want to do it. You know, it is handmade, so no right or wrong. Whatever your eye likes to see is going to be right for you. Look how cute that is. Okay, now I'm going to move over to a little bit. There we go. This is a little bit of a blue. This is BG10, BG10 or 10. And then this one is B quadruple 0, which I don't think you guys are going to be able to see very much. But we're going to use that a little bit in just a moment. I'm going to start with BG10. And I wanted to give this just a little bit of a cool kind of a look. Cool meaning like icy cool. And so I'm literally just putting a tiny little hint of blue in some of these little areas where the snow is, because I just want that little bit of suggestion that it's icy cold. And I'm doing this just with the very, very tip, like the edge of my my marker. And I think it just kind of gives that illusion or that feeling that it's cold. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I'm literally just doing tiny little flicks of it. Touch down and lift up. How you doing there, Alan?
Okay, sorry.
Do you like what I'm doing?
Well, I can't see it very well. So.
You can't see it? Let me get this one over here. So let's see. See that little bit of blue in there? It's just a tiny little bit. It just kind of gives it a cool, cool feeling. What is happening all over the screen there?
I don't know, I gotta try.
Can you block that?
Oh,
You got to block those, whatever that is.
I'll try. My screen just blew up. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see it.
Linnea, if you can see those, they may have already been flagged. Linnea, if you can see those, can you
They're not showing up.
block them? Okay, they're showing for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I got the wrong one here. Here we go. This is B quadruple 0. Super, super, super light. Thank you. Linnea says she deleted and reported them. Thank you. So now this is B quadruple 0. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. I'm going to go over this just a wee bit here. I love this because it just gives me this real faint, faint blue. Can you see that little bit of blue? I love this color because it allows me to put blue down. Oh, you know what? I missed some of the tree here. Oopsie daisy. This is tree.
Daisies? I thought they were trees.
Oopsie daisy. I missed some. That little bit right there. I missed some of it. So anyway, it allows me to put some blue down without it being too strong. And all I'm doing is putting like some little squiggles in. These are going to be like little snowbanks. because I think they're really cute. Can you see those little snowbanks? It just gives them like little cool, little puffy, fluffy things, which I think are kind of pretty. But when I say cool, I mean like icy cool. Okay, next up, I've got a yellow. This is Y02. And I'm going to do this beautiful star up at the top here. Look how cute. And then I have a series of reds here. So I have R22. This is one of my favorite. If you're ever looking for a really, really great red combination, this one is a gorgeous red. It's not an orangey red. It's a beautiful, beautiful red. So R32, R35, and R37. All right. If you have numbers that are right around in that range, you could probably achieve the same kind of combination. I love R32 because it's like pink, so it's really pretty. So I'm going to start with 3 colors. Now remember I said I usually start and go light to dark. So I'm going to start with pink, and I'm going to do all of these ornaments the same because remember I said I wanted to create a card that was going to be really kind of fast that I could reproduce easily. So I'm not going to worry about making all these little ornaments on here different colors. But I have some pink that I filled in the whole thing. Now I'm going to the next color, which is my R35, and I'm just going to do like a little bit on one side. That's going to give me an instant highlight. Because it gives me a light area on each of them. And then I'm going to jump up to this darkest one, which is R37. And really deepen that dark area there. So it really kind of makes it pop. And these are small, so there's not a lot of coloring. There we go. That's all there is. So pretty. So the coloring is done. Now we're going to do some die cutting. So let's go ahead and get this open. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, Stephanie Sharples is here. Hi, Stephanie. Who else is here? Andrea is here now. Sharon Gullickson is here. Hello. I see Gail is here. Looks like pink to me. Let's see. Let's get these off of here. Now, if you notice, our dies will arrive already cut apart. You don't have to worry about clipping all of these and separating them all. They're always going to arrive, except for some of the much older ones that we have that we only have a few left of. But you're going to get all of them attached to your little backer card individually to make it super easy to get started. You don't have to clip anything. Oh, you know what I forgot to color? Oopsie. I forgot to color. Huh. The tree trunks. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes today. I'm not seeing things. I'm going to go with E35 here and give each of these just a little bit of color. I don't remember seeing anybody jumping up and down saying, Angie, you forgot to color the tree trunks.
I was going to say I know what it is, but then I figured you'd ask me and I didn't have a clue. So let me fix your...
There we go. So that is E35, and then I'm just going to go a little bit darker with E27. Just a little bit darker up at the top, a little bit at the bottom. Just gives a little bit of texture. That's it. A couple of little flicks. Okay, now we're ready. Get these little trees on here. Now, excuse me, I am going to warn you, I do tend to use a lot of tape because, and I know that not everybody's happy with me when I do that, but I do it because I would rather use too much tape and make sure that these images stay where they're supposed to stay than have something move when it goes through my die cutting machine, because there is a lot of pressure in the die cutting machine. And if something moves and it cuts it wrong, guess what I got to do? I got to then stamp it and color it all over again. And I would much rather use too much tape.
Don't you first blame the guy who ran it through the dye machine?
Yes, I'm so horrible to you, honey. I don't know how you've survived all of these years with me. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I've already done. So I've already got these little guys colored up. Aren't these so cute? Remember what I said, I wanted to make this a card that you could reproduce fairly easily. If I wanted to, put a whole ton of these characters in, I could certainly create a really elaborate scene. I'm trying to grab a card right now with one that has more in it. Here's a card that has more in it right here. Isn't that so, so cute? Actually, it doesn't have too many more things in it. It just has more of the little reindeer set than the stable set. But anyway, I wanted to go easy on him and just have a couple of little characters from the reindeer set. So it looks like hubby has finished this for me. My assistant.
Al is my assistant.
Al.
Al assists me.
Yes, Al is my assistant. Exactly. Al assists me. Anybody know what show that's from? I'm not asking you,
Okay.
Al.
Okay.
Anybody know? Who said that? Who said Al is my assistant? Al assists me.
I think it's very similar to our situation where Al knows everything
Yeah.
and he is the expert.
Yes. Absolutely. I will let you believe that you know everything and you are the expert. How does it go? Delusional husband, happy life? Teresa Jarvis said, tool time! Yes, Tim the Toolman Taylor. Very good. Home improvement. You are correct, ladies. Okay, so here's what we have. Look how cute. Aren't they just so cute? I think they're so pretty. All right. So next up, we've got to start creating. Oh, I still have to use this die. So this is what I have right now, okay? We have one more thing we got to do. Remember the Over the Hills die.
The one you named for me.
The one I named. Alan, I didn't name that after you.
That's what you tell me. So, what about your sentiment?
I haven't done the sentiment yet. Okay, so here I have a piece, again, of Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. But this is actually A2 sized, okay? So let me show you this. This is A2 size. It's going to fit perfectly over my card base. But if you remember, my little topper here, I trimmed 1/4 of an inch off, right? So that means it's 4 inches across instead of 4 1/4. So I'm going to do my trimming now. I'm going to trim this to 4 inches across because the little snowy piece that I create, oops, let's go with 4 inches, not 4 1/4. The little snowy piece, snowy hill that I create, I want it to fit the width. So I trimmed that a little bit. And now I have this. Now, let me tell you about this die, because this is so... Do we still have some of these?
I don't know.
I don't know if we do either. But it's a really cool die. It actually cuts it into 2 pieces. So you're going to get that beautiful stitching. You're going to have this beautiful hill here. And then this little piece here is an added bonus, extra little hill that will cut separately so that you can actually get different dimensions with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on an angle like this. Okay? And we're going to tape this up. Oh, Cindy says, Alan, that she tried to email you and it was blocked.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What did Cindy do to get blocked?
She was a bad girl.
Okay, so I'm going to put this here, kind of on an angle.
I don't know.
Alan, will you come die cut for me?
Sure. It says we have some in stock, but I don't know.
Okay, Alan says, looks like we do have some of those in stock, so that's good. You know what I'm going to do while he's doing that? Remember this little piece here? I don't like to throw these things out. I have this little bit up top here that I will use as for a sentiment or something. So I'm just going to trim that and set this piece aside to save it for a sentiment someday. Okay, so here we go. Here's my little snowy piece. You know what? I should have used the tape I already took off of there. That was kind of silly. I do reuse this tape. This is the tape from Mint Tape from scrapbook.com, and I absolutely love it. It's wonderful. Okay. So now, this is the little hilly piece, and then remember I said it cuts that other piece separately? So if I want, I can use this piece here, and I can pop it up, or I can pop the front up like this, which is what I usually do. I usually pop the front up a little bit, and it gives me some dimension. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm actually going to cast this one aside. And we're going to go from here. So now I'm going to lay this out a little bit. And I'm actually going to do it because I have to add my sentiment. So I'm going to lay everything out on my card in my little stamping platform here. And get an idea of where I'm going to place things so that I know where I'm going to place my sentiment. So let's see, I'm just going to kind of lay these out. Something like that is kind of what I'm thinking. This might be up here. And I think I'm going to put my sentiment like right here. So I'm going to go back to my stamp set and get that really sweet little Have a Jolly Holiday sentiment out of here. Uh-oh, they're back again.
What's back?
Linnea, whoever that is back again. What is wrong with people? Why do people have to do stuff like that? I don't understand. Okay, let me make sure this is straight. I think I'm going to put it, maybe I'll put it down in here. Nah, I don't like it there. I'm going to put it up here. No.
I got them.
Hmm?
I got them, I'm sure Linnea
You got them?
too.
Okay. All right, so I think that's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to go ahead and, where's my ink? Remember when I said I like it when the hybrid ink leaves a little bit of residue on there so I can see it? Well, I haven't used this one yet, so I'm actually going to ink it. And I do this a lot. I'm going to ink it, I'm going to wipe that off, have that little bit of residue on there, and that's going to help me to see better the placement of it. And I think it looks good there. I think it's going to work. I also want to see if it's straight. And it's, I don't think it is. Is that a straight sentiment? Nope, it's a quirky sentiment. So I think the word holiday has got to be straight. And jolly is not. So let's see if that works. Ah! All right, I'm going to move this down here. I don't want to put my head in the camera. That's what I'm trying to avoid. There we go. I can't put my head directly over it. I think that looks better. Okay. Normally I would just put my head right over the thing and straighten it out and it'd be good to go. But it's not so attractive on camera. I know what some of you are saying, Ange, the top of your head looks fantastic, but I'm kidding. I'd much rather see the top of your head than your face. Lucky, lucky. I'm going to do it one more time. New stamp. First time stamped. Look how pretty. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for reporting and blocking our troll.
Troll. We have trolls.
We have trolls. Hey, you know you've made it when you have trolls, right?
Right.
Right.
What was the troll on Dora?
Troll on Dora?
Yeah, wasn't there a troll who wouldn't let him go across the bridge? Or
Honey,
something?
you have gone way back in time, further than I can possibly comprehend. Okay, let's put this away. Okay, so now, yay! Look how cute that is. That's gonna be really cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this flat on my card base. I want to make sure this is dry because I did ink it a couple of times. Okay. All right, see if I can get this centered. Again, without putting my head over it. I think that's going to be good enough. Okay. Now this one, I'm going to put some foam on it. Look it, I'm running out. Running out. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. If you're new here today, I apologize for my sound effects. But I can't help myself. So I'm going to put that little piece that I just cut off of there, right there. All right, so this we're going to pop up. This is our little snowy hill. Oh, Stephanie, she says, we love the sound effects. I can't help it. Alan wonders why I have music on all the time in my studio when I'm crafting. It's because I have to have some sort of noise, and it sounds weird if I just sit and talk to myself in there. So, okay, so this is going to go, I guess the question is, do I want to tuck it behind? Maybe a little bit, so you can see that snowy hill. I like that. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to have him here. Have that one there. Maybe this one here. I like the depth. I like that we've got some dimension here. Like that. And then look who I've got. Look at that little one. She's going to, it's a little girl actually. Give him a carrot. That's where we're going to land. That's what I'm thinking. Isn't that the cutest little thing? Oh my gosh. I loves it. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this baby together. You know what? I'm going to use a little bit of our glue here. Now our glue goes on white, but it does dry clear. I like that it goes on white because at my age, I don't see clear all that well. There we go, right up to the edge. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's seriously adorable. I love these trees. They're just so whimsical. So, so pretty. Our little woods.
Oh, the tree stuff.
What? I want to... Timber! All right, where's the edge? Here we go. Living on the edge. I feel like there's a song in there somewhere. Let's get this one. I trim that a little bit there. Save these bits. Always save the bits. Actually, I'm going to put that little bit right there. Give that some stability on the side. All right. So that's going to, oh, actually I don't need that stability on the side. That actually is going to go on the little snow that's already lifted up a bit. So that's going to go like there. And then this one is going to go up here. Look how cute. It's just darling. And then he's going to go here. I need a little bit of support under his head. How about if I do it on the head? I said the head, and then I didn't put it on the head. I think I need it up here still. Let's see. Let's lay that there and see. Oh, how cute. Darling. A little bit of glue for the body. There we go. Place him there with a little wooded area behind him. How sweet is that? I could put this, these up on more foam, but if you want to be able to fit it into a card or into an envelope and mail it, you don't want to put too much on there. Look how cute that is. Oh, that's just darling. I think it's so sweet. Something I would do, actually, Alan, will you get me that little pink and black bottle over there?
This one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need a pin. Top drawer, that skinny little top drawer right there. Give me a pin. It'll have like a little green leafy edge to it. You guys have glossy accents? I've been having so much fun with glossy accents, but mine keeps jamming, so I keep sticking a pin in it. Keeps clogging. I don't know why it does, but it does. Ah, got yuck in there. I should just open. I have another one, but I don't want to. Actually, I'm going to get it started on here. Let me make sure it's going to come out.
You need to fix that.
Well, it's coming out. There we go. So I'm going to go on these little ornaments and just put, this is where a little dab will do ya, as opposed to a little dabba do ya. Sorry.
A yabba dabba.
Instead of, yeah, a yabba dabba do ya. Sorry. Okay.
We're losing our doctor.
Yes. Now the glossy accents, I love this stuff. This goes on kind of milky, but it dries perfectly clear. And it'll dry textured. Do I have it on that one? It'll dry textured too, so those will look like little baubles. They're so, so cute. They're just so, so cute. I'm going to get some of the excess. I have excess on this one here. A little too much. There we go. So when that dries, and it takes a little while to dry, so give it several hours, but when that dries, those are going to glisten and they're going to look like glass. I got a little much on this one too. There we go. Actually, I'm going to go around and just kind of fix some of these. Some of these little skinny ones, I got too much. This one has gone together. A little too much. There we go. Okay, much better. I'm going to leave it laying flat, but isn't that so, so cute? So cute. I think that's an easy card to reproduce. You could sit in front of the television, stamp a bunch of the trees, get them colored up. If you stamped this entire stamp set of these little reindeer and then got them all colored up, you could actually just create different scenes. Use different ones on the cards. They'll all look different, but you could do it with the same set of trees and just put different little characters in there, and it'd be so, so easy. I think it's so, so fun. So cute. I love it. So cute. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and switch the camera.
Wow.
I know, we're early again. What's happening with that?
There we go. How's that?
So, do you want me to tell them your news?
I have news.
You have news?
What's my news?
Your surprise?
I think I know what it is. I don't know. Do you think I'll be able to pull it off?
Who wants to see a little... Is Alan pregnant? No, nobody.
Oops, I'm in
Nobody.
the camera again. She said that while I was standing sideways.
No, it's just a really full jacket. He's not pregnant.
It's just too many sweets.
No, Alan wanted to do a little, what do you want to call it, a craft off or a craft along with me?
I was going to call it a masculine
Talk to me, Goose.
Valentine's Day card.
Oh, masculine Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day.
No, that's not Valentine's
That's not, well, I guess so, maybe.
No,
Okay,
this isn't.
Alan wants to craft. Let's put this out there. You and I can have this discussion later, but
Okay.
Alan wants to craft, and he has this idea, and he wanted to do something, something that you could give to your loved one. Let's put it that way. But he wants it to be masculine. I don't know who his loved one is that he's going to give it to.
Well, I won't say. But he's on here.
So he has already picked out his stamps, dies, he's picked out his color scheme, and we just need to get it together for him so he can, and I thought if I make the announcement, then it actually makes him follow through with it. So that'll be fun. So stay tuned for when we announce that. That will be coming up. It'll be coming up, I would say, before Christmas. I just don't know when. I have to give him enough time to put it together. So, okay. How about a giveaway? We do a giveaway. For those of you that are new here, we do a giveaway every single time we get together for a craft class. And the giveaway is usually at the end, and you do have to be present to win. And the only way that we know you're here is if you leave a comment. So if you haven't left a comment, or you haven't left a comment in a little while, you might want to get one out there. And the giveaway is going to be, let me go ahead and get something packed up here, because it usually has something to do with what I'm crafting, right? It's going to be the reindeer games, and it's going to be stamps and dies reindeer games. Yay! So, Mr. Hunt, we need a name, please. Drum roll. We need a name. I'm looking at people's comments. Ooh, everybody wants this. Everybody wants it.
Everybody wants it?
Everybody wants to win.
Why don't we just give them all away?
Ooh, Tess says I'm still here. Come on.
Nancy Lee.
Nancy Lee. Nancy Lee, you are the winner tonight. You have won the reindeer games, stamps and dies. Stamps and dies. Congratulations, Nancy. Please, I need you to do me a favor and send us your complete name, mailing address. Send it to customerservice@ldrscreative.com. Once we have that information, we will be able to get your reindeer games, stamps, and dies sent out to you right away. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Yay! We will be back next week for another craft class. It'll be, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it will. We're going to continue with our holiday season.
Are we here next week? I guess we are.
Yeah, we're here next week, yeah. So we're going to continue with our holiday season. I have no idea what I'm going to be crafting, but we will get an announcement out, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're not getting the announcements, I would tell you this. Subscribe to our YouTube, follow our Facebook page, go to our website, and at the bottom, if the little thing doesn't pop up and say, hey, join our newsletter, go to the bottom, scroll down to the bottom, and join our newsletter. You will get an announcement. You'll also get some wonderful inspiration in your email almost every single day. We put videos out on YouTube constantly, and our amazing design team always has stuff on our blog almost daily. So it's a great place to get some inspiration to see how you can use your products when you get them home. So everybody, once again, have a great evening. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you all for spending your evening with us. We truly, truly appreciate it. Bye for now. We will see you 1 week from tonight. Bye, everybody.